Hey traders, just wanted to give a quick update on Litecoin to the US dollar on the daily time scale. Really just want to talk about where we are right now, okay? I know there's a decent amount of stuff going on the chart. You can see you're freaking out, like what is all this stuff? Okay, first off, Litecoin's descent down was so severe, like charting a channel doesn't make sense. But you do see structures that form with price normalization, and that's exactly what we got from, I believe, July 18th, November 8th, and August of 2018. All right, we were confined within the parameters of a channel, and we broke out of it just for a simple swing trade. And the way we fibbed it was from the height of on the 4 hour, from the high point to low point. You got targets, and we hit all the targets, and we're beyond it now, and so it makes sense. And we look at the daily to zoom out to get real, actual, discernible swing highs. Okay, and this is what I'm talking about, and I'll show you a log scale in a second so you can understand, but there's no way you can get all this craziness inside of a channel. It doesn't make any sense. So really what happened was you did have 2 or 3 downsloping anchor points for this trend line right here, and we did break it along with the smaller structure, and you can see what happened afterwards. Momentum shifted, but you can see what are all these 3 areas. Okay, these are confluence zones, all right, where I chose the first discernible daily swing high point to the low point, and I actually also got my second anchor point, or I guess my second fib targeting from a high point to the same low point as the first one, but 2 different high point anchor points, right? So confluence zone is normally where you have stronger resistance, and here we are. We got one between the 236, 23% retrace, and 38% retrace from the different swing highs. Then you have another confluence zone right after that, between 103 and 110. And one's a 50% retrace, one's a 38% retrace. And then your last confluence area is up around 164, 165. That's a 618, 62% retrace from the higher fib node, or the higher fib anchor point, and then you've got the 886, 88% retrace from this swing high. Okay, so I think over time we could reach any one of these. We've already reached one, and it kind of exceeded it, and are kind of back testing it a little bit, whatever. We're above it, but we're very overbought on the daily, 83 on the RSI still. So, Bitcoin price action has definitely helped Litecoin. It was already doing well, but then Bitcoin broke to the upside, and Litecoin obviously correlated positively, the US dollar, right? So hit almost $100, right at $100. Yeah, that's what we hit before selling off, rounded number. So, if we do pull back, very easy, we could just fib from a low point to the high point up here, and we've probably hit a 23% retrace. It's almost identical to Bitcoin's fibbing from its previous low to high, right? It's bounced off the 23% retrace, it's going sideways, and it's all the same right now, okay? So you would be looking for probably, all right, let's just do it real quick. And this is going to get complicated because you're going to see all these fib nodes and freak out, okay? But you'd be looking between $70 and $52 for a retrace, because that's the golden zone. All right, here you go. 52 to 70 if we were to actually pull back for real. But this, you just never know, man. The impulse has just started, and maybe we go up some more. And it's all dependent on Bitcoin, I think. Bitcoin price action, if it sells off, well, then Litecoin's going to sell too. Bitcoin just keeps going sideways, resets the oscillators, even in overbought territory. It could impulse up again, and Litecoin could go with it, and then we could reach that second confluence zone between 103 and 110. And what I'm talking about is how crazy all this is, right? Just all the insanity, falling wedge, whatever. Sure, we broke out of a falling wedge, and if that was the case, then from that high point up there, the 50% retrace is here, and we're very close to that first target for the most major high up there, and then your second target would be 122, because that's how you target for a falling wedge. Is your 50% and your 618 are very viable targets. Okay, so let me look for this real quick. Let's see, log scale. Yeah, there's your log scale, right? We cannot use fibs, okay? And people have asked before, and I really looked into it a lot more, okay? So think about Fibonacci. The Fibonacci, like the oscillator or whatever, it is programmed to be scaled to price. It is not programmed to be scaled to percentages, all right? And when you go to log scale, that's exactly what log scale is, going from linear to log. That's linear. This is log scale. When you go to log scale, that just means that instead of price change difference, you're looking at percentage change difference. And so you actually can't reliably fib, and I looked at forms and stuff on it, you can't reliably fib log scale because it's giving you a false reading. Like, look, watch what happens. High to low, 23% retrace is $114. 382, 172, okay? So there you go. I mean, it's not going to be the most reliable for you. And we're just looking at log scale because of the beauty of, hey, we broke a very nice, well-established, well-respected equidistant channel. We're out of it. It looks like from the high point to low point, you're at a 38% to 50% retrace from that high. So golden cross happened on the 15th. But, you know, sometimes when you have huge price spikes, highs and lows, nothing will make sense unless you look at the percentage changes, not the price changes. So I'll zoom out a little bit more. As you can see, we bounced just right here. May 14th, we bounce off some sort of, so you can't really fib it from the low to high. It's again all messed up. I actually tried doing it earlier. It's weird, man. It's all bugged out. Okay, and that's because this indicator or oscillator, whatever you call the fibs, Fibonacci is not scaled for percentage change. It is scaled for price. Okay, so just want to look at Litecoin for a little bit, whatever, talk about retraces, talk about where we could go next. Is it over? We've only hit the first confluence zone, so there might be more to come in time. So we've been selling off for over a year, man. What do you expect? Retraces occur. It doesn't mean a bull run's here. It just means that we're retracing, because that's what you do. You retrace after crazy long sell-offs or really long moves to the upside, right? If we just do this. Same thing. After nice moves up for an extended amount of time, you eventually sell off again. Okay. You get it. Okay. Great. Higher low than your previous lows. That's good, I guess, right? So if you enjoyed this live stream, or not live stream, if you enjoyed this static video, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Leave a comment in the section below. Check out our patreon.com if you want all the best education. You want trade setups. But if you just want to support me as a content creator, that's probably the best way to do it. Patreon.com/LordRay. I'll be back live tonight. So until next time, respect the TA.